Hello, hi, hey you sub-UGs and dudettes, my name is GNature84 and welcome to a slightly different video today, but I'm going to be reviewing this game once all 5 episodes have come out, and I thought I would just give my thoughts on episode 1, just as sort of a taster for the season to come, and then once all of it's done I'll give my thoughts on the game as a whole. But yeah, Batman the Telltale series, what do I think of episode 1? Realm of Shadows. So I've been very excited for this game. I've not really played many Telltale games. I've played Minecraft Story Mode, Back to the Future the game, and the Wallace and Gromit game, believe it or not, which actually wasn't that bad. It was quite good, actually. But I really like the idea of sort of choices, and Minecraft Story Mode, like when you look it up on YouTube, all the different choices, it doesn't really affect anything. And it was the VGAs, the Video Game Awards, where they announced this game, and I was really excited, because I didn't think they would do a Batman Telltale game, and I really love Batman. He's my favourite superhero, the only superhero I like. So I was really excited for this game. Like, the possibilities they could go with this were just really fascinating. Episode 1 came out yesterday, depending on when this is out, and I've played through it once, and yeah, let's get right into it. So yeah, the story is really good. It's not amazing, like it didn't blow me away or anything, but it's really good, sets up the season very well, and you know, there's some really great twists. And if you do get it, I recommend you play through the whole thing, because there's a lot of little details that you will pick up on, and you really need to sort of know everything that's going on. So try and play it in one big go if you can. But yeah, it's a really compelling story. Like, I couldn't put this game down. I did have a couple of breaks, but only because I had to. If not, I would have just played through the whole thing, and I had to force myself to stop at one point, because it gets really interesting and stuff, and the characters are really well written. Batman is a really good character. They're spending a lot more time with Bruce Wayne, and I think Troy Baker done a really good job. He's not Kevin Conroy, but it's Kevin Conroy. No one's going to be able to top him in terms of Batman voices, and the characters themselves are really good. They're really interesting. I can't wait to see how they're going to develop. There's one, and his name, as soon as they said his name, I gasped, because I know exactly what's going to happen with that character. It's, oh god, I'm so excited to see what happens next. The only character I would say wasn't that great is actually Commissioner Gordon, because there's a choice partway through, which I will get to, with the choices, and you get an important piece of information, and you choose whether to give it to Vicky Vale or Commissioner Gordon. Vicky Vale, at that point, had really good development. Like, there's a few scenes with her, and, you know, I really grew to like her. Commissioner Gordon barely does anything in this episode, and the stuff he does doesn't really leave much of an impression, so that choice, it really was a no-brainer for me. So I hope they develop him a lot better throughout the season, but there were some other really great characters I can't wait to see, like Harvey Dent. I wonder what's going to happen with Falcone, voiced by Victor Sullivan, which was great. But yeah, the characters I really liked Alfred. I think he was really likable. I think, yeah, the characters are likable. You like the characters you're supposed to like, you hate the characters you're supposed to hate. There's a couple that aren't great, like Commissioner Gordon, but again, it's early doors, so we'll see what they do with that. So the choices, as I said with Minecraft Story Mode, they didn't really have an impact. So for example, if you choose to talk to someone and leave someone trapped down there, I know that sounds weird, but it works in the context of the story, that character will come back no matter what, and you will still get to talk to this person. So there's just not really that much of an effect. But the choices done are much better, even if still there's not really that much of an effect on the story. But, like, with the timer, there is a lot of pressure. Like, you have to really think about what you want to do. And the choices really surprised me, actually, like, some of the bigger ones. Because I thought, you know, like, they would follow this one Batman personality. But, like, you can choose several. I'm not going to spoil exactly how, because that would spoil it. But it is really well done, the choices. Thinking back, I don't think they're going to have that much of an effect, but something as simple as choosing to offer a handshake or something can have an effect, and that's something you should keep in mind. Like, you'll be listening to every single bit of dialogue, because you know it's going to be important, and you're going to have to respond to it later, and it's really well done. Like, there were a couple of moments where I really had to think about what I wanted to say or do. So there's not a massive effect on them like I would have hoped, but there's no denying that it is really well done, like, when put in gameplay. When thinking about it later, it's not too good, but it is really well done. What really surprised me about this episode was the gameplay. This really surprised me. It's really good. You walk around and stuff, that's normal Telltale stuff, but combat has been massively improved from Minecraft Story Mode. All you really did was click. Just keep on clicking, and it wasn't really that exciting. Here, it's sort of like a big old, like a massive quick time event. Like, you have to keep doing buttons. Sometimes they are a bit specific, and there is kind of a quick window in which you have to do them, and that got quite annoying and frustrating, but you do feel like it's really adrenaline pumping, so it kind of helps, but it's not perfect combat system. I mean, it's not exactly the Arkham games, but it's still really solid. What I really enjoyed about the gameplay was like the detective work, and there's a bit towards the end that I really enjoyed. I'll get to that in a second, but the detective work, it blows the Arkham games out the water. They weren't really that focused on detective work, but it's really great. You come to a crime scene, there's lots of yucky stuff. I'm not kidding, there's like bits of guts and stuff like that, and you have to sort of piece together how it will work. And there's a ton of eureka moments. Like, it's a really well done sort of crime scene. Like, when you, like, there was a point where it's like, oh, that's what happened, and it, like, I think, oh, maybe it was this character, but oh my god, no, it was just, no spoilers. But it was a really satisfying system, and I really can't wait for Telltale to improve upon it. But I think my favourite part of this entire episode was towards the end, where you have to infiltrate a building. I couldn't say that for a second. And you basically have to work out how to deal with these mobsters. So, like, you have a drone, and you have to sort of figure out how to piece it together, like how you would tackle them individually, and, you know, like the sort of threat they pose. And it was really well done. It was easy, but again, this is the first episode. This is the thing I'm looking forward the most to see how they sort of improve upon it, because it was really good. Like, I'm hoping for massive rooms with lots of consequences, lots of trial and error, but I really enjoyed that section. I just can't wait to see that again. It's fair to say that DC hasn't done exactly great these last couple of weeks. The Killing Joke movie was considered a massive disappointment with one sort of scene. I think if you know about the movie, then you probably know what scene I'm talking about. And Suicide Squad, the reviews came in yesterday, and they were shocking. Like, honestly, they're really bad. There are some that are good, but then there was one person with a simple tweet: Suicide Squad is worse than Fantastic Four. And I haven't seen that movie, but I know it's meant to be garbage. So yeah, it was really shocking. I don't know how Suicide Squad is going to be received by the viewers. I won't know. Currently don't have any plans to see it, because in the UK it's rated 15 and I'm a law-abiding citizen. But yeah, so this came, and yeah, Telltale has done a really good job. Overall, this was a really good episode. There's a few things I hope they work on as the season progresses, like some characters and like some of the combat options and maybe the choices, but they were really well done. It's a really good story, really good choices that still need work, and really surprising gameplay. So the highest recommendation to episode 1, Realms Shadows, and I do recommend you go pick it up. I picked up the season pass, and I can't wait for the rest of the series, and once all that's out, I'm going to have a full-blown review on it. At that time, I'll be doing a lot more reviews and stuff. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Let me know what you thought of this episode down in the comments, or what you're kind of hoping for the further seasons, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye!